Hey guys, this is lesson 2.6, solving two-step equations. So now that we're going to have multiple steps, make sure that you do PEMDAS backwards. Our first example here says to solve negative 3x plus 5 equals 2, and then make sure we check our solution. So if you do PEMDAS backwards, that means we have to get rid of our addition and subtraction first. So we're going to subtract our 5 to both sides and get negative 3x equals negative 3. So then we notice that negative 3 is attached to the x by multiplication. So we're going to divide negative 3 to both sides. Once that happens, they're going to cancel out the negative 3's on the left side to become a ghost 1 in front of our x. And negative 3 divided by negative 3 on the right side is 1. So the solution is x equals 1. Now, if you want to check your solution, all you have to do is plug it back in for the x and make sure that your solution is equal at the bottom. Next example here. Remember, we're doing PEMDAS backwards, so we have to add 1/2 to both sides. When we add the half, they cancel out on the left side, and then we're just doing negative 7 over 2 plus 1/2. Well, right on the top we have 7 halves, and we have to add 1/2, so we're going to end up with negative 6 over 2, which is 6 halves, and 6 halves is 3, negative 3. So at this point we can just multiply 8 to both sides, and this cancels out, so x equals negative 24. I'm going a little faster because you've done this before. We had a whole lesson in this in the 6th grade, but now we're just adding those positive and negative numbers to increase the challenge just slightly. So x equals negative 24. Now, this is something that some of you struggled with in the 6th grade. Notice we can't solve this yet because the expression on the left side is not simplified. It's not simplified because I have like terms that have not been combined. 3y minus 8y, well, those are like terms, so I need to combine them to become negative 5y. Now that both sides of my equation are simplified, I can solve by dividing by negative 5. Once you divide by negative 5, 25 divided by negative 5 is negative 5. So the solution is y equals negative 5. All right, here we go. The height at the top of a roller coaster hill is 10 times the height h of the starting point. The height decreases 100 feet from the top to the bottom of the hill. The height at the bottom of the hill is negative 10 feet. Find h. So we are going to combine all the information they just told us in order to solve for h. So we have to do exactly what it says. 10 times the height of the starting point. So the height at the top of the roller coaster is 10 times the height of the starting point. So this is all the information they gave us. So the starting point height is h. The top of the hill was 10h. And the bottom of the hill is 10h minus 100. Okay? So that's all the information that they just told us. So the height at the bottom of the hill is negative 10 feet. And we need to solve for h. So since we know that the bottom of the hill is negative 10 feet, we can just take the expression here and make it equal to negative 10. So once we have that, we can then just solve by doing the order of operations backwards. So order of operations is you add 100 to both sides, so it's 90. Divide both sides by 10, so the height of the starting point is 9 feet. All right? So if you have questions on how to set up these problems, please let me know. They can be tricky at times, so please don't feel nervous to ask. I can go over them more with you if you have any questions. All right, go ahead and start your classwork and let me know if you have any questions.